Hello friends and welcome to bhpsolutions.com. My name is Amit and today we see how Smart Push works in planning a budgeting cloud service. So I'm going to show you live step by step way how to configure and finally we'll test it. So Smart Push, as the name indicate, the new feature which allow data to be moved from one cube to another cube. And primary often the target cube is reporting cube but not mandatory. It allows one of these two options. You can move data from block storage cube to aggregate storage cube. Often you use ASO for reporting purpose, or you can use block storage cube both as source and target. So before we consider creating it, let's see some of the key points. So smart push is a method to push data between different plant types. There are two ways to trigger it. You can associate smart push with data form, and on save event it can be triggered. Alternatively, you can trigger explicitly from data map window. In addition to data, you can also push comments, attachment and supporting details. If you have working experience in the past, there are two options. We have an on-prem called xwrite or xwrite function, xref function. So smart push can be used as a replacement of xwrite and xref function. In addition to this, you can use as a replacement of data copy command. You can use BSO as a source and target can be ASO or BSO itself. There are two important consideration need to pay attention while creating smart push. At least one of the dense dimension, which is account or period, when you create a smart push mapping. And whenever target cube structure is changed, so if your cube structure is changed, you need to define a remapping, right? So these are two important considerations you need to think of while creating a smart push. It is done in two steps. Let's do first. So first I log into my planning and budgeting cloud service, and then step first I create data map. From navigation you can go to data map, and I've got a couple of mapping already exist. I'm going to create a new map. First I delete the existing one. I'm going to create a new map. Click on create, tab it, demo, smart push, and define source and target. So source plan 1 and target is my ASO cube. The moment you define source and target, all the dimension from source and target appears. By default it is 1-to-1 mapping, and all unmapped dimension appear in the bottom. So if you see in a target, there is no HSP view. So the defined mapping can be changed. You can click on this link and use the different functions. The default is level 0 member of account. You can be more specific and define specific member of account dimension. For example, you can use all member of account dimension of balance sheet. You can use descendant, ancestor, parent, sibling, one of these function. To be more precise, pushing data for a specific subset of the cube to the target. Alternatively, you can go with all level 0 members. So you see there's a 1-to-1 mapping to account, channel to channel, and other dimension as well. If you do not want any one of the dimension to be used, you can click on the cross symbol, cross icon, and the dimension would be excluded. Once it is done, you can click on save. In addition to this, there are more options you can use. As I said, you can use smart push to move data as well as comments and supporting details. You can also specify smart list mapping as well. So I click on this. Okay, the step 1 is done. Next step, I would associate this smart push with my data form. So go to data form. In this example, I've created two data forms. One is built on top of my source. I named it as smart push test. And the target and the another one I created which built on top of ASO. So once smart push gets completed, I'll look at the output in another data form. There's a fourth tab called smart push. click on this. There's a one mapping already exists. I click on cross and click on this plus green symbol. All the data maps are available. Click on demo smart push, and in case you want to run it in the background, you can click on run smart push in the background. Alternatively, you can also define the smart push should be triggered automatically on save. Click on run after save. Save and finish. So you see, when I open this data form, upon data save, this smart push would be invoked. In addition to this, I create one more data form where I would look at the output. This is built on top of ASO. So this data form is built on top of ASO, where we look at the final output, and the other one is smart view test, is built on top of block storage. For the sake of simplicity, I made both data form as same structure. Well, the setting is done. The final step is to test it. So I open my data form from data section, go to home, click on data section and open your data form. This is my data form. Click on smart test. Because I tagged the smart push would be invoked on save. So when you input a new number, when you click on save, the smart push would be invoked. So as you see, smart push has been invoked successfully. Alternatively, you can run smart push directly under action, smart push detail. Once it is done, smart push invoke. This is one way. Alternatively, you can go to data map section and run the smart push explicitly. So I go to data map section and I can select my smart push and run it explicitly over here. Call push data. In both the cases, whether you run from data form or run from here, it creates a job. So once it is done, I'll show you job and then we compare our source and target. Both should be exactly matching. It takes few minutes, so let's wait. Well, the data push done successfully. Next step, I open data form and test the numbers. But before that, I like to check my jobs. Well, so you see the job has been created successfully, right? In addition, run on demand. You can schedule this as well. So the job has been created. You can invoke scheduler and you can run data map on demand, run now, or you can schedule this as well and name it. So I would call monthly data push and define when do you want it to occur. Save and finally the job has been created. So everything is done. Let's finally check the output. So I go to my data form, look at my source data form data and look at the target. We'll take a snapshot. So this is my source data form where I actually input the number which is on block storage on my source. Take a snapshot of this and our output, look at the final data form called smart push receiver. And you see the numbers are exactly same, right? We can compare the numbers. The smart push ran successfully and the numbers which we added are this 6665559991122. They're exactly same. So the data extracted from block storage and finally pushed to aggregate storage. This is how smart push work. So thanks for watching today's video. Should you have any consulting or training requirement, please reach out to us. Thank you.